Every client ElderHelp serves has a story worth sharing. Some have stories that will never be forgotten. At the age of 12, Joedy Adams was among the very first to witness the prelude to the attack on Pearl Harbor.
We lived in a house, a quarters on base, up in a hill on Kaneohe. Now, I was sitting at my little dressing table in my bedroom. I heard the noise while I was sitting there. I don't know how to describe it other than if you had tons and tons of bumblebees in your ears buzzing. They were so low that the house shook. And I went out to the porch to see what it was. And I looked up and the pilot looked down at me. We had eye contact and I could see his head very clearly and he could see me. He turned and he looked at me down like this, looked back up and just kept right on going. They were following the street to go down to the hangars at the waterside. The first wave of attack at Kaneohe, which was 10 minutes before Pearl Harbor.
Today, Joedy is simply grateful to be in the home she cherishes, surrounded by the history that shaped her and the country she holds dear.
I've been here for almost 68 years, and I don't want to leave because I know every nook and cranny. And with my blindness is worse than it was when it first started, it's really handy to know where I am in the house. And just too many memories. And just sitting here, I can see my husband sitting there. You know, it's just, how do you describe it? You don't. I guess it's just something you feel in your heart. And my house means that much to me. It would take my heart out if I had to leave it.
While Joedy's children support from afar and visit when they can, they don't live locally.
I have one in Michigan, one in Texas, and 2 sons in Northern California, so nobody's here. So, what does that mean? That means ElderHelp fills in. And let me tell you, there is so much security knowing that ElderHelp is there. ElderHelp is the people. The volunteers, I have never in my whole life ever met such a wonderful group of people. And I love it. I love talking to. In fact, I talk too much. There's a word for it, but I better not say it on film.
I got a prize when I got matched up with Joedy because Joedy is fun, she's interesting, and I'd say more than anything, she inspires me. She's 25 years my senior, and I hope I can be like her when I get older and still have that joy of learning and have lots of fun and humor. And I think she gives to me more than I give to her. I really do.
My father looked at me and he said, I want to tell you one thing. He said, there's 3 things you gotta know that are for certain. He said, you're born and you die and you're gonna pay taxes. Everything else, you better make the best of it. And that's the way it's always been.